it's Cherie, and today we're here to discuss Midnight. That is the 11th book in the Skulduggery series, and it's the second book in the second part of the Skulduggery series. Let's just read the blurb. For years, Valkyrie Kane has struggled to keep her loved ones safe from harm, plunging into battle time and time again, by Skulduggery Pleasant side and always emerging triumphant. But now, the very thing that Valkyrie fights for is in danger, as a ruthless killer snatches her little sister. With Skulduggery racing to catch up and young sorcerer Owen scrambling along behind, Valkyrie only has 6 hours to find Alice before it's too late. So yeah, in case you didn't know what happened in the previous book, basically Valkyrie, after her 5-year break, she decided to get back into the magical world with Skulduggery, and they had also used Omen Darkly as a spy for this whole thing. So now, yeah, Val has actually always kept her family as her first priority. Like, her family is the thing that means the most to her. Tried to keep them safe all the time. Right now, well, this killer has snatched up Alice, and this killer is Cadaverous Gant. So, I'll just kind of explain this whole thing in detail in the summary. Basically, this book starts off with Valkyrie and Skulduggery trying to track down Kazan. Kazan is basically Abizenya's son, who they know that Abizenya is actually looking for because she wants to reunite with him. Because, you know, for 60 years he's been tortured and stuff. So yeah, basically they're trying to track him down. And in their quest they meet Nai, and then they have a little bit of a face-off. It's not that important as of now. One important aspect is basically from the Leibniz dimension that I talked about in one of the videos. From there, basically, a portal has open and mortals, millions and thousands of mortals are kind of coming to the normal dimension as of now. So that's kind of odd, but that's fine. Now, since we got to know in the last book that Valkyrie was also sensitive, so right now she's been kind of practicing her sensitive powers and stuff, and now she doesn't get those splitting headaches like she used to. One morning she gets that freaky dream. So yeah, Valkyrie is still recovering from this weird PTSD thing that she's having. One night, Val also now has to decide to, you know, meet her normal family because she hasn't really met with them and everything, so she's trying to reconnect with people because, you know, she's coming back into the normal world and not going to, you know, be away from humans so much. Skulduggery has also been invited to a family dinner with Val, so that's nice. Val meets her younger sister Alice, who apparently never gets sad, is always and always and always happy. Also, like on Thursday night, apparently Val needs to look after Alice, so that's a weird development, but it'll still be important because that's when Alice actually gets kidnapped. Also, when they were tracking down Kazan, they had to actually track down Nai's colleague called this thing. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. From him, and from here we get a big information that will change this book. Spoiler alert, Kazan's father is Lord Vile. And you know that Lord Vile is actually Skulduggery Pleasant. So basically, Abizenya had helped Skulduggery turn into Lord Vile. Then she had had a child with Lord Vile apparently, who she named Kazan. And now we know that Abizenya's supporters, the Anti-Sanctuary, are looking for Kazan, and Valkyrie and Skulduggery are also looking for Kazan so that they can kind of, you know, track him down and hold him hostage and stuff, I guess. When they get to know about this Lord Vile thing, Abizenya comes in. Abizenya is that silver-haired woman, and she's extremely powerful. And yeah, she comes and they have a fight. Val gets hurt, and then to, you know, kind of discuss all of this, they want to talk to China, the Supreme Mage. The meeting can only be scheduled at the night when Val has to look after Alice. So obviously meeting China is really important. So Val asks Omen to look after Alice for a while. And this is when kind of things start to go a little wrong because Cadaverous Gant, who was fighting against Val in her PTSD form 5 years later in the split story, dying of the light. So yeah, he's kidnapped Alice because, you know, he wants to avenge his best friend's death, Cherie or something. Now, since Cadaverous, since he has Alice, now he's kind of forcing Val to do weird things. Like over here, she needs to actually, like, he's asked her to kill Omen. She does not do that. She works her way around it in a clever trick. Then she has to kind of get some weird tattoos on the inside of her eyelids so that Cadaverous can actually see whatever she's saying. So yeah, she has to complete these weird sets of tasks. And also, Kazan had also been kidnapped by Cadaverous. Now, Abizenya, since Valkyrie can't really take other people's help because that's what Cadaverous's rules are, that you need to do everything by yourself and you need to do exactly as I say, and up until midnight that's the only time you have to save Alice. Skulduggery is looking for Val, and to find Val, he actually, you know, kind of partners up with Abizenya. He partners up with Abizenya so that Byzania can find Kaysen and Skulduggery can find Val and Alice, and so things become fine. So yeah, now in her whole this quest thing that she has, she basically then reaches Cadaverous had actually made a midnight hotel inside the original midnight hotel, so it's kind of weird, and he made his own domain inside the midnight hotel. Cadaverous, inside his own house, he is God, like he can do whatever he wants. And now Byzania and Skulduggery are also around, so they kind of come across Cadaverous's dark past and how his father was weird and everything. So yeah, now all of these memories go over to Val, and then she kind of manages to trick him and subdue him by kind of making her own midnight hotel inside the other two midnight hotels. As confusing as it may be, once you read it, it becomes easier and simpler to understand, I promise. Yeah, she kind of threatens him and gives him some kind of psychological shock and everything to kind of subdue him. And yeah, Alice gets rescued, Kaysen gets rescued, Byzania goes away to do her own thing, Val and Skulduggery do their own thing. And right now, towards the end, we basically get to know that Val's sister Alice, her soul is actually broken. Val, because of her unique magic, she can actually look at people's auras and stuff. Alice didn't have one. That's the reason why she's so happy, and this again kind of almost sends Val into a PTSD state. Thankfully, Skulduggery is there to help her through it. And also, Val has a girlfriend called Militza Gnosis. That's her name. And we also know that the Americans are actually up to doing something, because apparently they have the American president doing something related to magic, and that will be used as a plot in Bedlam. For the review, I straight up give this book 10 on 10, because right now we see Valkyrie grow as a character quite a lot. So I think this quest thing kind of fascinated me. Valkyrie and Skulduggery, they have this system that keeps each other in check. Like in the earlier series, she stopped him from becoming Lord while he saved her from becoming darkness. I like the plot of it quite a lot. And like this whole Cadaverous Gant, sure, his friend died, but he was the one who was trying to kill another person. So like, I'd say he deserved that. Alice's soul breaking, that was kind of weird and freaky for me, I guess. And yeah, this will, oops, God, I was such an idiot. This will be an important part in the next book, Bedlam. And then Season of War and Dead or Alive will also have Alice in it, which will be a pretty nice thing. A few scenes of her. And yeah, we also get to know more about Omen Darkly, about how, he's also trying to kind of pursue a romantic relationship with one of the mortals who had come to the Leibniz universe. And it does not really go that well. That's it for the review. I'm not sure I have anything to add to it. This book was pretty well written. I enjoyed it quite a lot. And the cover is actually really, really beautiful. Like, look at that blueness. It's just so pretty. Thank you so much for listening until the end, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!